This is number 8 on our list. The Hittites. A warrior empire that once stood toe-to-toe with pharaohs. 3,000 years ago, the Hittites commanded an empire that stretched across Anatolia, modern-day Turkey, and into the Levant. They were one of the great powers of the Late Bronze Age, standing alongside Egypt, Assyria, and Babylon. For centuries, they ruled from their fortified capital at Hattusa, surrounded by massive stone walls and carved lion gates. Yet, despite their dominance, the Hittites would one day vanish so completely that even their name was forgotten, until archaeologists rediscovered them in the 19th century. The Hittites built their strength on war. They became masters of the chariot, developing heavy three-man chariots designed for shock combat. Their armies combined these mobile strike forces with disciplined infantry, allowing them to dominate the rugged terrain of Anatolia and push outward into Syria. They absorbed rival kingdoms, subdued rebellious vassals, and fought bitter campaigns against the mightiest civilizations of their age. Their most famous clash came at the Battle of Kadesh in 1274 BCE. Facing Ramses II of Egypt, the Hittite king, Muwatalli II, brought thousands of soldiers and chariots to contest control of Syria. Kadesh became one of the largest chariot battles in history. Egyptian inscriptions tell of Ramses' bravery, while Hittite accounts reveal a much more even struggle. Neither side emerged as a clear victor. What followed was perhaps more remarkable than the battle itself: diplomacy. After years of stalemate, the Hittites and Egyptians signed what is considered the world's first recorded peace treaty. The clay tablet of this treaty still survives, a testament to their sophistication in both war and politics. The Hittites were also remarkable administrators. They ruled a patchwork empire of cultures and languages, binding it together with law codes written in cuneiform, and a bureaucracy that managed trade, agriculture, and diplomacy. Their archives, discovered at Hattusa, contain tens of thousands of clay tablets covering everything from international treaties to prayers and myths. These texts revealed to the modern world not just their history, but also their religion, which borrowed freely from Mesopotamian and local Anatolian traditions. But for all their power, the Hittites were not invincible. Around 1200 BCE, the entire eastern Mediterranean world convulsed in what historians call the Bronze Age collapse. Trade routes faltered, kingdoms crumbled, and mysterious invaders, known as the Sea Peoples, swept across the region. For the Hittites, this was catastrophic. Their capital, Hattusa, was burned and abandoned. Their empire disintegrated into smaller near-Hittite states that lingered for a few centuries but never regained the old glory. Unlike Egypt, which weathered the storm, the Hittites disappeared as a unified people. When classical Greek historians later wrote about the great civilizations of the past, they made no mention of the Hittites. For centuries, their memory was erased. It wasn't until archaeologists uncovered the ruins of Hattusa in the late 1800s and deciphered their cuneiform archives that the world realized an entire empire had been forgotten. The discovery was a shock. Here was a rival to Egypt, once commanding armies, negotiating treaties, and shaping the politics of the ancient Near East, yet absent from the record for nearly 3 millennia. Standing today among the ruins of Hattusa, with its colossal gates carved with lions and warriors, you can still sense their strength. The chariot corps, the kings who faced down pharaohs, the scribes who pressed treaties into clay, all of them left their mark, even if time tried to erase it. The Hittites remind us that power alone does not guarantee memory. They fought Egypt to a standstill, pioneered diplomacy, and ruled an empire, yet still faded into silence. Their rediscovery proves that history is always incomplete, and entire civilizations can lie hidden beneath the soil, waiting to surprise us. And now, we move forward in our countdown. At rank number 7, we'll meet another forgotten civilization that left behind its own astonishing legacy.